Well, hello everybody. Yes, it's me. It's Dave, the hi-fi stud. Hearing myself coming back with God knows what in the way of a delay. And as we promised tonight, we are going to bring you Tim, RawVeg, and we're going to bring you Tim with one or two other of our presenters as well. So please welcome Kat and Andy and Tim. And we're all live on screen. Everybody wave. Hello.
Hello.
Good.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you perfectly, Tim.
Good.
Absolutely bang on. So, I suppose really what we ought to do is try to explain to everybody what's been going on behind the scenes. We've been frantic. Tim's been panicking, and we said, calm down, no need to panic. This is what's known as things happening, I think is the easiest way to put it. So yes, and I just need to edit the shot that we're looking at there. We've kind of done this in a little bit of a panic in some degree, because we weren't absolutely certain we were going to do it. And if I just redo that shot now, there you go. We now have Tim in all his loveliness. So go on then, Tim, tell everybody what happened.
Well, basically all the video was ready to go, and the codecs, the bits of software that you use to encode the video, decided that they're going to stuff all my video up. I think I've got 2 usable shots, but I need to run everything through again once it's all sorted here. Problem with that is it's not a short process, so all through Dave's show and a bit before I've been trying to get it all re-rendered, and so far it's at 37%, so
one of those things. This is the SH1T that happens.
Very embarrassed.
Yes.
Sorry to be out there.
Somebody did say in the chat that perhaps you'd taken it all apart to see how it worked.
Well, I did on a number of occasions reach that point where I just wanted to, bounce it off the curb. I've had the side off to try and cool things down, but there wasn't any heat, so it's been driving me mental, really.
Well, we'll find a way around it. I'm going to get your postcode and I'll come across.
Okay. And
one way or another, whether it's an iMac or a quad core or what the hell ever, I'll get something across so we can get you up and running on a temporary basis. But yes, you have been kitzened, as Vaporman says.
Well, that's probably a really good way of describing it.
But the upside of it all is, of course, that we all managed to get together last night, did we not, ladies and gentlemen?
We did indeed.
Yep, definitely.
What a cracking night. Kat, you first. What did you do? What did you enjoy? What did you see? Who did you meet?
Well, I had a great night, despite the fact I was blimmin' crippled with back pain, and I was really feeling sorry for myself. And by the time I got there, I just had such a laugh and so cheered up. It was brilliant.
I just want to ask you about the back pain.
Aye.
What's Ron been doing? Is that why he was smiling all last night?
Well, I'm not giving my secrets away, am I?
I should think not, neither. So who did you meet? What did you see?
Who did I meet? I met everybody. It was lovely, I must say, to meet Andy. It was lovely meeting you, Mr. Garrett. Are you looking all around? And of course Tim, who I've met before. But it was nice seeing new people. People I hadn't met before, like T.H. Jahar, the #1 troublemaker.
Yes, he was there.
Lovely to meet him. To meet people like Jemima and her parents. And of course the fabulous Bears who came along. That was one of the highlights of my night, that he came along.
Oh, I love Bez. I've known Bez for quite a while. He's one of mine. I think of him as one of mine. And he's a cracking lad. And I love the way he can put a Geordie accent on and keep it going 100% of the time. I think that's great.
Well, it was lovely when he walked in, because on behalf of all the people in chat, we just went, Bez!
Absolutely, yes. Andy, who did you meet that you've never met before?
Quite a few, to be fair. But it was nice. You know, I mean, obviously it was a bit of a drive for me, but I was determined to go up there. Because most of the team was going to be together, albeit without Jim, unfortunately.
Yes.
Because he had to go to some place to do something called work. Poor devil. But you know, it was nice to see Kat and Ben up there, and Paula, the luscious Paula, obviously Jemima. I know she's in the channel there, and she's being good. So you know, keep Willow under control because she's in there and she's not usually very good.
Apparently, she's just apologised for ruining your rep.
Really?
That's
Why?
what she says.
Ruining my
Yeah.
rep?
Oh
You mean I've got a
no,
rep?
no, it's not you. It's T.H. Jahar. She's saying that
Oh,
T.H.
right.
was lovely, and it was his rep that she ruined. I have to say, he was a lovely fella. I'm only going to say that to stop him from typing jokes in, like. But you're sorry. Go on, carry on.
Yeah, I don't have a rep, you see. I'm innocent. I'm the innocent one of the team.
Yes.
He's typed. He's typed that into Skype so often I almost believe it.
My plan is working.
Yeah, you think it is. We know better. We know better. So, how many miles did you put on the clock then? Because we know Mr. Kitson put 152 on.
252 miles on the way up and 264 on the way back because they'd shut off the M62 to M6 exit.
Oh,
So to
right.
go beyond it and come back to go around it. And strangely enough, as of first, there was actually a crowd of motorway workers resurfacing the road. I couldn't believe it. I almost felt tempted to put on the hazard lights and take a snapshot.
They were up-
But that's another story.
They were actually working. So,
Yes, they were actually working.
I'm stunned. And Mr. Green, how many miles did you put on?
I was getting close to about 170, I think.
Good Lord above. And of course, Steffi Jade came all the way up from Mablethorpe, which I understand is near Skegness. My geography's terrible. Isn't that in Norfolk? Anybody good at geography?
No,
No.
obviously not.
Exactly.
Yes. Links. Lincolnshire. Isn't that in Norfolk?
Crikey.
I've no idea where that is. Lincolnshire. They had a poacher there. Anyway,
That's a heck of a trek.
Lincolnshire. Aye, it's not a. It's a canny drive. I do know where it is, and it's a hell of a bloody drive. And kudos. And what a lovely girl. What a lovely girl. Now, here's the question for everybody: how many got one of these things? One of these here lava tubes.
Me.
Hold up your lava tube. We all have the lava tube. And Mr. Kitson's now variable voltage.
Yes, I couldn't believe that.
I'm stunned and shocked. Absolutely stunned and shocked.
He did it willingly.
I know he parted with money for it. I can't
I've
believe
named
it.
mine already.
You've what? You've named it?
I've named it. It's Dilbert because if you look at the front of it, I don't know whether this is going to show it properly. It looks just like the cartoon character, doesn't it? Dilbert, 2 eyes and a nose.
It does a bit, yes. Yes. It's a big bugger though, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah,
It's
it's light though.
Well, oh yeah, very light, very very light. While I'm
Do a bench
talking,
special.
thankfully off camera, I shall hit the thing and put it beside a Provari. There you go, Provari. It's substantially bigger than a Provari in, yes. Bottoms are definitely lined up, but it is lighter, which may or may not be a good or a bad thing, I don't know. I have to say, I have been using it together with that tank that Ben had. I've forgotten the name of it. The one I call the one with the girt big washer on the bottom. And I have to say, I'm quite enjoying this. It's quite nice. I'm coming across to your dark side, Andy.
Soon, the stealth mode will be with you, Dave.
Will it?
I'll get
indeed?
you on raspberry. I'll get you on raspberry next, mate.
What? No.
Raspberry menthol.
No. Now, somebody in the chat room did mention earlier on raspberry menthol, and I'm sorry, that is wrong on every level imaginable. It is just wrong on every level imaginable. Now, I'm going to apologise to everybody that's watching. I wasn't able to go and knock Keith out of his house to come round and join me tonight. I would have done if I could have done. But Sunday nights, you know how it is, lads. On a promise.
Well, yes.
On a promise. And he won't come. I did even tell him that he could have a lava tube to play with, and he said, nah, sorry, can't come. I thought he was going to go away with that muggy 1,000, I've got to be honest.
You know why, don't you, Dave?
Why is that?
He's secretly vaping raspberry in his house because he quite liked that, didn't he?
He certainly seemed to, yes, and he and Paula were getting on like a house on fire. So I'm secretly worried there, because I'm not entirely certain what's going to come out of it, to be honest. It could be anything. I mean, if Keith does a juice, it'll probably be red wine and pancakes. Talking about which, those pancakes were lush, weren't they, Tim?
Oh, weren't they just? Yeah, I was ready for a black and blue burger afterwards.
Did you get one or not?
No, well, no, in the end I didn't, but that was just because I got distracted with the hooker, e-hooker.
So, I mean, again, these events are great to put on, and we're hoping to take that one bi-monthly. That'll be fantastic if we can get there. But I want to echo what Dave Kay said, to get everybody organising these things. The cost to us last night was a big, fat zero. There was no money at all. I simply approached the OK Diner, where I'd been going and tooting away on Get Big GGs and stuff like that. And they'd worked out that they weren't fags by the mere fact that they were GGs, which kind of helps. And I asked the question, do you mind if we bring a few people down on the 12th of November? And they said, yeah, why not? Don't think they were quite expecting what they got. But they know now, and that would be brilliant. We'd get loads of people down there. It would be nice. It would be really nice to see. So organise them all over the place. OK diners are a good bet if there's one near here. But out of everything we saw last night, I'm going to ask each of our three presenters here tonight if they can divine what's going to be coming out of the future, given that we now have what are effectively disposable variable voltage devices. At 39 quid, if you get 3 months out of that and the warranties run out and it breaks, you can chuck it away and buy another one. It's 13 quid a month. That's only 2 burgers. So, Kat, what do you think's coming up? What can you divine coming up in the future, do you think?
Well, I don't know if it's going to be... I mean, obviously there's going to be a market for variable voltage. But the other thing that came out of last night that impressed me was the disposables. There was a couple that I tried last night, and one of them, the flavour was so keen, it really was intense. And it was a black e-cig with a manual button and a green light on the end. And I thought, I can't fault this in any way. The only thing I could say about it to any disadvantage was that the battery wasn't rechargeable, but everything else, wow.
That was the vaporised one, yes.
That's right. It was incredibly impressive, that. And I have to say, I found the lava tube quite impressive. It wasn't at all what I thought. And as you say, if that lasts 3 months, wow. So is that the way the market's going to go? I don't know. They're two distinct things. Not to mention the e-hooker, of course. I can see a market for them and all. I'm
into hookers, and somebody's already PM'd me and asked me whether I could get it down to Hull, but I'm thinking Ben needs to sort that one out for the 29th, and I don't think he'll be averse to it. Andy, what do you reckon? Variable voltage the way forward?
Yes, I think it's going that way. I mean, I only started on vaping last November, so I'm coming up for my year without an analogue. And in that year, the changes I've seen on the e-cig market has been astounding, really. It's going in leaps and bounds now. And because of it, the prices are coming down. The lava tube, when we first heard about it, there was a lot of excitement. And then there was a bit of a downer through certain items. now it's actually nice to get one in your hands, and the price, which they are, it seems to be doing what it says on the box. I'm impressed. What the future will hold, well, what's happening this year or what happens within the next 12 months on from now, it should be quite exciting, to be perfectly frank with you, Dave.
Yes, well, Chris Clark 57 in the chat has just said a screwdriver with an 18650 adapter on it with a kick in it will make Trog pop it.
I hope he films it.
I
hope he films it and sends it to Kat.
Absolutely, yes. And we're also getting a comment there for MG Jones 74 Mark, who was down there last night. Lovely lad as well. First time I've met him in the flesh, and what a lovely, well-spoken bloke. Like him a lot. 3 months is fine on the lava tube, considering the cost. It's peanuts, isn't it?
Yes.
It's peanuts. You'd be daft not to get one. So here's the man that knows what's coming. Aside from explosions, what do you see in the future, Tim?
Well, I used an analogy last night that I think is very apt. It's like if you look at e-cigs and the way the e-cig world was before now, it was like somebody had invented the wheel. But we've got the situation now where somebody's gone and invented an engine. And I think the kick, the modest version of the kick, and the lava tube, they're going to change the market. I mean, yeah, there are people that don't like variable voltage or variable wattage. That's fine. But we all know you can just set that to 3.7 volts and leave it there. So I think it's going to become a lot more modular, and I think things are going to downscale a bit. I think we're going to see variable voltage or variable wattage pipes and the like, but small devices. Because I think the only thing that's limiting us at the moment is batteries.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. I'm still hankering after a twin 2650.
And I think once they get that sorted, I mean, the technology's there, it's just that gets sorted. And then if you couple,
Oh, Tim's frozen. The hamsters have gone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear. Tim, if you can hear us.
I didn't touch anything.
No, he's obviously had that to bits. He's gone. He'll come back. I'm sure he will. Yes, I think we are looking at the days of really, really nice variable voltage in all kinds of different clothing. I mean, I do like the look of that piece of wood that Dave was stroking earlier on. I've always been fond of a nice piece of wood. And I'm keeping my face straight, Andy. I don't care how much you snigger in the background. As if.
You said before there about how the future's going to go, but there was one more thing that I saw last night that I thought was the most exciting thing of all.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't a variable voltage and it wasn't a disposable, but it was a rebuildable ATI. And one that is going to be coming on the market quite soon, and one that Tim had, and I have never seen anything produced the way that did, and as easily as that did. So I think that's something else we're going to be seeing in the future, a lot more of that type of thing.
Oh, I couldn't agree with you more. I know which one. Oh, hang on, we've got Tim back whistling. He's coming back. He's there. Yes. Hello, Tim.
Hello, sorry about that.
No, that's fine. That's fine. It's yes, technology. It's out to get us. Infamy. The technology's got it in for me. That's what it is. Yes, that particular rebuildable that Tim was playing with on Saturday night, or and rebuilt actually before my very eyes in no time flat. Recoiled, redid it, started, and it, yes, wow, and then some. Wow. And I'm not going to subvert a forthcoming piece on it by mentioning it any further than that, just to say.
Watch the vapor. Watch the vapor trail in front of you there.
I can see it, yes. You're a bad man, Mr. Green. That thing done half whack it out.
That's 3.7 volts.
Ye gods and little fishes. That's just Ricky Dandiculous is what that... Give over, will you? You're making us jealous. All right. I'll get the kicked GG out. And that's the other thing as well. I do like the idea of giving an 18650 mod a kick up the bum.
Yes.
That's my new phrase for it. I love that idea.
Well, that's something that I do see happening as well. 18650 mods, but with the kick out. When we talked about it last night, instead of having the 18500 in there, newer versions, take a bigger battery, take an 18650 battery full, or even just extension sleeves.
That's all it takes, isn't it?
Yeah, well, that's all you need in a screwdriver.
Well, there you go. Get the lathe out. Look, you can see the cogs. Oh, he's done it! He's done it! Oh, Mr. Rogers, if you're watching, I'll dial 999 now. That's a kicked screwdriver. My God, that would be amazing. Can't wait to see that. Can't wait to see that.
I'd like to see Trump's face looking at that.
Yes, I think that would be something worth watching. Absolutely. It would be delightful. Del Boy says, say hello, guys. Hello, guys. Ah, yes. As Mark MG Jones 74 has reminded me, we did stick a kick into a Megalodon.
Yes.
Or a Megalodon.
Megalodon.
Yes. And a quick little adjustment of its bottom end there with a screwdriver up its bum. Got it sorted, and that worked extremely nice. The Don and a kick, yes, Mr. Clark, Chris. I'll mention you again because apparently there's not enough heat in his part of the world, so he's going red-faced. Yes, does need to be a little bit longer to get an 18650 in, but it took the 18500, 18500 IMR. That was the battery that was in. John Bond one is asking, and yes, it is cold in Hull. I'm reading the chat here. I never read the chat. I'm not going to do that. Well, I might. You see what happened?
These things stop working.
This is what I said to you, Tim. If you read the chat, you get sidetracked, and I get sidetracked enough. Good Lord above. So, who bought what then? Who did you buy anything last night, Chris?
Yeah, I bought obviously the lava.
Mm-hmm.
I bought that for Ron actually, and he's still sitting over there using it. And
Well, you're not even giving it to wave about.
No, I didn't even give it to. Well, I think that's enough to wave about, don't you?
That's yes,
It's good enough, And I bought a few cartos and a few atties and stuff like that. So I'm sorted.
Cool.
I'm sorted.
Andy?
Yeah, same again. I got the lava tube, and a couple of the skirtless DCCs from Ben, and a 510 natty because I forgot to take some up because I'm an idiot, and a drip tip off of you because I forgot to take drip tips off as well.
Oh, it's all right. I'll let you off with that one. Now, Mr. Green,
Yes.
I am reading the chat, and I'm getting questions for you here, and I think it's
Okay.
only fair that we do throw some at you. And it's a wide open one from Parasaur, which says, can you tell us more about repairable atties?
I can. Well, more about repairable atties. How much more? Is there anything? It's quite a big subject.
It's a massive subject.
I mean, if you look at the one that I'm using at the moment, which is the line, that's a Genesis style atomizer, so it doesn't use a fiberglass work at all. It uses stainless steel mesh.
Yes.
Now, beauty of that is the stainless steel mesh doesn't taint your juice flavour at all. So what you get is the flavour of dripping, basically, and plumes of vapour, as you saw.
Indeed.
It's a massive subject. It's one that I'm going to systematically tackle as well once I get things sorted.
Okay. Well, bearing that one in mind, because I do want to tease people a little bit, because I do know what is coming up when we get things sorted. But there is a direct question here from Chris Clark 57. Is the RTA worth getting?
The RTA?
Yes.
The RTA is a cracking atty. Like with any repairable atomizer has got its quirks. The RTA's particular quirk is that it's so efficient you get more of a nicotine rush. So if you're vaping 18 milligram, you get an effect as if you're vaping 36 milligram. There are ways around it so that it vapes normal, so you're not having to change your juice and stuff. And the easiest way to do that is to use a different wire. I mean, I used the 0.2 wire. I gave you some, Dave, and you some, Cat.
Yes, yes.
And that, because it's a slower heat up to the coil, actually gives you less of the nicotine hit. But, some people might like the extra nicotine hit that it gives you. I think it's just more efficient. It's not burning the nicotine off that a normal atomizer does. But yeah, the RTA is a cracking atomizer.
Cool. Well, that's a direct question, answered directly. To crack an atomizer, I might have to get myself one and try these things out. Not having been massively into that kind of thing other than for one or two other bits and bobs. And I've just realised you can't see me. Never mind. Can now. Oh, dearie me. I'm still reeling a little bit from that mill of juice in 4 minutes.
Yes, that took me a while to come down from that. I needed a good few Jack Daniels after that just to bring me down.
And my understanding is that there might have been a few of those tucked away up at the windmill.
Yes, there was indeed.
Were they all right with e-cigs?
They were fine, actually. By the time I got there, Rusty had already had a discussion with the one behind the bar. And the way that he approached it was absolutely perfect. He just immediately asked her if she'd heard about them. He gave her a CamVit card and explained what CamVit was about. And as she was a smoker herself, she said, "Oh, well, let's have a look then. Let's have a try."
What's one of those?
By the time I got there, Rusty and Jessica were at the bar, and Paula were at the bar vaping away, and job done. But yeah, absolutely no problems at all, no issues at all there. So
we did a bit of that last night when I think about it.
Indeed.
Three members of staff at the diner that can't be mentioned until we've got permission to do it. It was okay. They ended up with e-cigs at the end of the night as well.
Yes, they did.
Very good. Very good. I can't speak highly enough of that place. It was tremendous. Absolutely tremendous. So we've covered rebuildables in some way without impacting on the show that is to come. Did we ask about whether you found the name for it?
Did you ask what, sorry?
What the show is going to be called and who's won the competition, or do you want to hold that for when?
No, not announced that. It's going to be called...
Bum, 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 bum.
The Potting Shed.
There you go.
And that was a suggestion by the Magic Dragon, who suggested that on UKV. But there was a phenomenal number of suggestions.
There was
really good ones.
Entries all over the place that I saw, all about and all over. Yes, so some quite inventive ones as well.
Yeah, and some quite strange ones. I mean, Sprouty Farts springs to mind.
What? Oh no! Yeah.
Was tempted.
I'll bet you were. Mind you, I have to congratulate you on the presenter belch that you parted with last night. I really do hope somebody's got that on video, because that's going to get played as a sound effect. Have you? Excellent.
Oh no.
It came up from your boots, that one did, young sir.
It did indeed, and there was a good nicotine after hit with it.
Oh, that was a belch worthy of the name. Without any shadow of a doubt, that was a belch worthy of the name, and definitely to be lauded. I envy you the ability to do that. It resonated for quite a while.
Yeah, I thought it was just a truck driving by, but...
And Rusty in the chat has said everybody thought it was me, so I'll take that as a compliment.
I wonder why they thought that.
I've no idea, Kat. I mean, it's not something I ever do. You'll never hear me
menthol.
Oh, who the hell did that? Ben did that to me again. He's on
Yes, he
my
did.
hit list.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't believe you vape menthol twice yesterday.
Twice. God, is it any wonder it was foggy?
Only one more time and you'll be addicted, you know.
No, it's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. Not at all. I mean, that's 4 times now. But twice he's got us. Oh, I'll have to sort him out. That's just, it's wrong on so many levels. Menthol's not right. Talk amongst
About
yourself.
chocolate chip one.
No. Why do you think
This
all
is
that?
lovely.
Why do you think all that juice got given away last night? Look at all the flavours. There's not one I like.
Oh, minty choc chips, lovely.
It's been said before, and I'll say it again. You're just a pervert.
Aye, but it takes years to perfect.
Well, you've perfected it, mate, without any shadow of a doubt. Even coming down to strange widdly handshakes we were last night.
Aye.
That was a
I
good
was
one,
quite
though.
impressed.
Well,
quite impressed.
I have to say, I still am appalled at myself for the first time we met when we shook hands, and I was so much of an idiot, and I couldn't apologise enough. But I like that now, that new one that we've got. So everybody,
Yeah, it's like-
if you ever meet Andy Roadhog UK, when you go to shake hands, you just do that. Tickle the fingers together. It's in the hood, like what the kids is doing and we is getting down within it, man.
More like the Masons.
Not like the Masons. I know all of the Masonic handshakes, you know. Yes. Yes. It's, but I do want all the ladies to try and prove they're Masons because they do have to bear the left breast. We probably shouldn't. We just shouldn't have gone there. Not at all. Not at all. Right. I'm gonna get some more plugging in for Tim because I'm so looking forward to this. We know explosives have been mentioned. There's going to be some explosives coming up in the show.
Yeah.
Yes. And we know you're going to be looking.
Stuff for investment.
Oh dear, we've got the whistle back, Tim.
Oh, right.
Hang on. Claw hammer time.
So the first explosion will be Tim's computer.
Yes. I have the. They've got rid of it now. What was causing that, Tim?
I don't know.
Okay.
Right now.
Right. So it's 2 sticks of dynamite, one either side of that box to get blown up.
Yes.
That sounds good to me. And we know you're going to be looking at all the RTAs and RDAs and all of the Genesis styles.
I'm going to be looking at everything. I'm going to be pulling everything apart and really going to town on stuff. And I've got a couple of ideas for things coming up that might open a few eyes.
Cool. I shall so look forward to seeing that. That'll be good. Right. Kat.
Mm-hmm.
What have you got coming up?
What have I got coming up?
Aye.
You mean apart from the video that I filmed? And I'm quite chuffed with myself
Oh, yeah?
because I had 44 minutes of video filmed
Right.
and I've edited it down to 16 without cutting anything out and without speeding it up. Now, there's a
Oh.
little mystery for you.
She's the queen of the edit. She's the queen of the edit.
So I thought, how am I going to do this? Because I thought, I want to capture just you guys doing your competition, but I don't want to lose anything else. So now I've done it. So that's it up, including that champion belch.
Good.
So that's coming up on Tuesday. Let's see. I was going to be doing part 2 of the early years of E6, but I'm going to leave that till next week now. Because unfortunately 16 minutes of you two and your competition hasn't really left me time for that. So that's the main thing I've got coming up. And like everybody else, I'll probably have a quick look at my thoughts on the lava tube,
Yes.
if I can ever prize it out of Ron's hands.
See, when you said you'd got it for Ron, I thought you meant later on.
No. Although, are you later, Ron?
Yeah, I'm still here.
He's still here, he says. No, he was looking with envy at all these e-cigs everybody was using while he was sitting with his little ego, so I thought, alright,
So you treated him.
I treated him nice.
Oh, not nice.
Nah.
Tell him everybody in the chat saying hello, Ron.
They're all going hello, but he knows he's watching it, are they?
Of course he is, yes.
But yes, but I have to say, I was bricking it going home in that fog last night.
That wasn't fog, that was the exhaust fumes from the aircon in the OK Diner.
Could be.
We don't get fog where we live.
Well, I didn't think so. I thought I had dirty windows.
No, it was
But I was feeling the note was happening.
that was the exhaust from the aircon in the OK Diner, and once I'd gone past you, I did have the windows open.
Right,
'Cause,
that's what it was.
Oh, well, you know, Keith was sitting there sucking away on a lava tube, and everybody was enjoying the ride. It was all good fun. Great stuff. So what have you got coming up then, young Andy?
We'll be having a little in-depth look at this. At the moment, I'm doing voltage tests as it goes through to see what it's actually saying on the panel to what it's actually delivering.
Oh, good.
When I first put it in this morning, it's looking good, so that's one to catch up on. I'm going to be doing a little bit more of this. Behave yourselves.
Yes.
And I think Jim's got another video for us, but I haven't been able to contact him yet, so there will be another video, I suspect. And I will also have another look or a continuation of the Echo Miser from Toby, which those viewers who saw on Thursday night, I said a little bit about.
Yes.
So it's all good stuff tomorrow as well.
Goodly
Just
good.
tomorrow, isn't it? Yes. I
Yes.
lost a day.
Yes, I know the feeling only too well. Now I'm trying to catch up with chat here, but they're going at such a rate, and I'm not used to doing this. Where are we at? Ron could be Cat's Keith.
No.
Trying to work out what that means.
I think I know what it means.
Right? No, he's not.
I
And no.
think- No.
And I think Delboy's trying to chat Paula up. I've got no idea why. He's just after your juice, Paula. That's all it is.
Is Paula in the room?
Yes, she's in the chat room.
Hello, Paula.
What a lovely lady she is as well. And you know,
She is.
she didn't bring anything with her to sell.
No?
What a shame. Because I'd have had 20 of those dual coil atomizers straight away.
Well, yes. I've already told her that I'm going to get a stack of them as well.
Well, that's what we used for the competition, of course. And I have to say, considering that they were on 10 watts for 4 minutes in my case and 6 in yours, God, you eat fast.
I was taking it easy.
You were you? Bugger, I'm pleased. I've seen those what do you call them? Waste disposal units in sinks go slower than that. Blood and sand I thought I could eat. I was well and truly beaten there. Thank God I can vape fast.
But I'll tell you what, those atomizers hold out really well. I mean, bearing in mind that my juice went in half a mil at a time.
Aye. Well, I only took 3 shots to fill it.
But no, they really held out really well.
They really did. Yes.
Yeah, seriously impressed.
I was. I mean, I've been in. It's what I've got in the GG in the UFS with a kick up its bum at the minute, and
Yeah.
it's just delightful. It's really, really nice. Those dual coils are definitely worth having, and at that price, my God, yes.
Yeah,
without a
it's
shadow
just
of a doubt.
not to.
It would be silly not to. Exactly right, and rude. Positively
Yeah,
rude.
indeed.
Positively rude not to. Now I'm keeping an eye on the time. We've got around about 20 minutes left, ladies and gentlemen. And we have pressed the record button, so it is recording. This is a first. Can I would like, if I may, to welcome all of the new viewers that we have tonight, because we have a lot of new people have come in. I suspect all to see you, Tim.
I know, and I just hate to disappoint people. I've been kicking myself over this all night. But I will make it up to you guys.
Well, I mean, I'm not pointing any fingers in any direction. I know it was the technology, and I'm going to say again to everybody, and I mean, both Andy and Kat are there to back me up on this one. We tried always to help Tim get it sorted out, but the technology has just basically bitten him on the backside, big style. It's one of those things where it's worked 1 minute, then we've gone to put it all together, and then all of a sudden it's gone, nah, not gonna work, just not gonna happen. We get used to it.
It's happened to us all, time and time again.
Absolutely. It's if the technology can bite you on the bum, it will. However, one day this week, it'll probably be Monday or Tuesday, I will get across and I'll bring you an iMac.
Thank you.
It's not brilliant, but it'll do the job. It did before.
Brilliant.
Pardon me, Windy Pops.
You say that's a man that doesn't belch.
I know, well,
Nobody even noticed,
No.
because he does it all the time.
Get up there. Your turn, Andy.
No, I let the menthol do my talking, Dave.
All right. Well, I bet Kat will.
You love it.
Oh, will you get that out of my sight? What a man. It's just wrong. Just wrong on so many levels.
Okay, Dave, catch an answer. You must give an answer, okay?
Okay.
If you had to vape one, and you've only got 2 choices of juice, one's raspberry, one's menthol, which one are you going to go for?
Well, all right. Now then. Steffi's just said I could work for the BBC using that accent, so in my BBC presenter's accent, if I had to make a choice between the two, Andy, and thanks for calling in, I'd have to choose the raspberry, purely and simply because menthol makes me fart. Does that answer your question?
Yes.
So there you are.
You got to work on him more, Kat.
You think so?
And it's
He's a
pretty
he's a
instant
mental-
as well.
You what?
He's a menthol lover at heart.
I'm not. No. It's no. I'm sorry. No, just no way. As Keith so rightly put it, if I want menthol, I'll suck a polo.
Wouldn't that still make you fart, though, Dave?
No, it gives me a little bit of. Marky D's just said it exactly right. Menthol causes raspberries. No, it's got calories in it. It's the empty it's the empty menthol that does the job, you see, and because I end up swallowing it because you think it's a mint, and you just want to chew it. That's what it is, and I just realised again. Couldn't see me. Never mind. Doesn't matter. I mean, this ugly mug with the little beard. Yes. That's a point, Kat. You'll have to grow a beard.
Sure, it could be arranged.
Does remind me of a very, very old Scottish joke, which I'm sure you know. As the bouncers stood at this bar in Glasgow, and this guy walks up with a bright red bushy beard and a big cigar sticking out of his mouth. He says, "Excuse me, Paul, where are you going?" He says, "No, I'm one of McNabb's men. I'm due to be here tonight. It's all right, you know. You'll know us by the cigar and the red bushy beard." He says, "All right, Paul, I know about that. Come in." So when he went, 5 minutes later, another big fella comes up, big red bushy beard, big cigar sticking out of his mouth. He says, "You'll be one of McNabb's men, are you?" He says, "Aye, that's right. Aye, come in. And there's a little fella about 5'2" comes waltzing up with a kilt on. And he says, "I'm coming in, right, I'm one of McNabb's men." And he says, "No, Paul, you can't be. You don't have the big red bushy beard on the cigar." And he lifted his kilt and says, "Undercover."
Oh, dear.
Yes.
Yes.
I thought you might like that one.
I didn't see that punchline coming either.
Did you not?
No.
The bouncer did. Yes, it was. Well, yes, right. We'll leave it there. It's probably best. But thank God we're after the watershed, eh? Yes. Rusty says he loves gingers. No idea why.
Yeah.
Apparently, he's got a picture of a ginger above the bathroom sink. Looks at it every morning when he shaves.
I got some corporate footage of Rusty last night with a juice that he couldn't stand, and the expressions are amazing.
What
amazing.
juice? What juice was it? I've never known Rusty refuse one.
Oh yes, it was rock cherry.
Oh.
And Rusty's face was just amazing.
He was complaining the rest of the night because he couldn't get the flavour out of his atomizer.
Oh, have we found Rusty's menthol, have we?
Wow.
Yes, he says here, awful. I didn't know rock did a cherry.
Maybe they shouldn't.
Well, no, that might be right. That might be right. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to play some trailers in, because I can. Shall we trail Mr. Kitson? Because he trailed everybody else. It seems only fair to repay the favour, isn't it?
Yeah.
We'll trail Mr. Kitson coming up next Sunday night at 9 o'clock. I was tempted to say after Tim's show, but we'll see about that. We'll see where we get in the week. So, Dave K, Sunday night. Now, that was a trail, and Dave's a vapour. Did that make that a vapour trail? There you are, that was a trail for the Mist. They're on Monday night at 8 o'clock, and we've got a Mist in our midst. But the Mists are not to be missed on Mist Day, which is Monday. So they say, apparently. On Tuesday, of course, we're lacking a redhead here. We've got the blonde half of the duo, but we don't have the red-headed half. But on Tuesday, all you lads that like the redheads, you know, McNabb's men and housewomen too, shall be there for your Tuesday night. Aye, Tuesdays at 8 o'clock. Or as we see up here, and as Kat has been heard to say on odd occasion, 8 o'clock Tuesday night. The Nars who. Get this along, pull a chair up, we'll suspend the corner like we did tonight so you can all have front row seats, the Nars. It'll be canny, man. They can all come along and enjoy the bit selves. Are you managing to understand that, Andy?
No.
Dear God, lad, does thou not know how to talk, right, how? He's sitting there with his face hanging out and just like totally blank how, like he doesn't know what I'm talking about. Does he not know what I'm saying how? Bugger the Nars note. I might let me brother do the lava tube review later on in the week. That'd be canny. That'd be very canny. Then apparently on Wednesday night, don't you know, there is a chat show on Vapor Trails TV. So tune in on Vapor Trails TV on Wednesday night for the chat show that is the show that's full of chat, chatting as chatty people do on Wednesday night on vaportrails.tv. Good evening, everybody.
Hey up, are you alright?
Hi.
We'll be right there. Put a silly hat on.
And good evening, one and all. Here we are with tonight's VT Talk.
And quite a few questions coming in already.
Yes, going live in 3, 2, 1. Pardon me, please. See, I play that one for Sav because she likes that little Windy Pops thing that's in there.
Aye.
She does, doesn't she? I don't know why it makes her laugh.
Burping proof.
It usually gets me clipped round the lug. Every time my
So it
wife...
should.
Well, I mean, honestly, as if I would belch on screen. It's just not known. It might happen in the Haze Hour, and that happens on a Thursday. But they're not really here. It just said that because I played the wrong file in. There might be a burp working its way up. I'm sorry, Chris. Nothing to do with Nick. Nothing whatever to do with Nick. So, with roughly 5 minutes of the show left to go, I would like to say thank you to Tim for coming along and joining us tonight. After, to be honest, if I'd been him and all those technological problems that happened to me, I'd have run away.
Well, I wanted to, but I felt I owed it to the viewers because so many people had tuned in for the show.
Yes.
I couldn't just not.
It will all be made up for. Worry you not, gentle viewer. We'll get it sorted out next weekend. I'm not going to say for definite because you never just know. The whole interwebs might just be completely blown up by then. You can never tell because with all these variable voltage lava tubes and things kicking about the place, all the power in the world might get disappeared off. You just don't know. You just don't know. So, thanks, Tim, for coming in and joining in with this multi-presenter chat. And this is the kind of thing, you know, if people enjoy this, we'll do it more. Because I quite enjoy just having a natter about and out. It's all good fun.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it. And I'd like to say a massive thank you to not just the audience, but to you guys, the Vapor Trails team, because you've been massive support tonight. I know it's what teamwork's about, but it's a really good feeling, and I really appreciate it.
Hey, I'm dead chuffed to have you on the team. Because there's somebody I know can out-eat me. That's great. We definitely need that, without a shadow of a doubt. And I'm going to say thank you to Andy as well, because Andy wasn't expecting coming on screen tonight at all, were you?
No, not at all.
But proper trooper.
Haven't got me monster cookie shirt on or anything, you know.
That's fine. I love the look of the what do they call those things in Doctor Who? The Cybermen look that you've got going on there with those headphones. It's cracking.
Oh yes, yes. This is directing menthol strike on your house, Dave, as I speak.
Is that right? Did I notice earlier on that you picked a Dalek up?
Yes.
You've nabbed that. You've finally taken it. You've got rid of it, Chris. Well done.
I know.
A Cyberman and a Dalek in the same room.
Oh, yeah.
You know the downside. you do know there's a downside to that, Dalek, don't you, Andy?
Oh, go on.
You can't vape it upstairs.
You can't what?
You can't vape it upstairs. It's a Dalek.
Why not?
Daleks can't go upstairs.
Yeah, they can. And the modern ones have had like the hover things, so they could go up.
Ah, proper ones, not the modern ones, man. Proper
Yeah.
Daleks. We don't do modern. Did you not see the Moggy 1000 outside the meet last night?
Yes.
Proper car.
Go.
Proper
Yes.
car.
One that
So-
you can work on.
Absolutely. So that's a big thank you to Andy for coming along and helping out on this impromptu show, because it wasn't planned and we've kind of hired it together. And
Bit of pleasure.
thank you so much. And the same to Kat, because Kat wasn't expecting it. And you didn't have your nightie on either, did you?
You don't know what I've got on under the cardi.
I'm not going to ask you to stand up.
Oh dear.
Deary lordy lordy. So thank you to our 3 guests for coming in and helping us pull this together. Dave K, obviously, Mr. Kitson will be hurriedly throwing things in bags and filling bottles with God knows what, because he's away back to Germany tomorrow to do that thing, that word you mentioned earlier on, Andy, which you do know is banned on vaportrails.tv.
Yes.
Yes, the W word.
It's been added.
We'll have none of that. We don't like that in any way, shape or form. And she's not in the nuddy, Chris. She's in a cardi. A cardi's not the same as nuddy. Chris
No,
Clark
not
said
the-
no. And
Unless
thongs.
she's like Elle and she's nutty from the waist down.
I was going to say that Del Boy's influence is affecting everybody.
I dare not stand up either than dare I? Not terrible. Shock horror probe under the cardi. Well, we're not having anybody in the corner. Everybody's front row seat tonight. And one more time to everybody, thank you so much for tuning into Vapor Trails TV tonight to watch what was a brilliant show from Dave Kitson and this little bit of a chat thing that we've put together because we didn't want you to miss out on Tim, RawVeg. Not exactly in the potting shed, but he'll be in the potting shed next week. And Gary Dibley, Power Lads, just said he's in the corner, no bugger let him out.
No,
Willow.
nobody in the corner tonight.
Nobody in the corner tonight. No, Gary, you went there of your own accord, looking for things you shouldn't
Not
have been
even
looking
you,
for.
Willow.
So, thanks everybody for tuning in. Please do tune in tomorrow night for the Vapinists, Tuesday night for the Witching Hour, Wednesday night for VT Talk, and Mr. Dibley, if you're available, it's your week. Thursday for the Haze Hour, Friday night and Saturday night, off to go out and enjoy yourselves. Go and invade an Oaky diner and get a Miller Juice down your neck in 4 minutes. We did it, you should. Don't try this at home. We do it so you don't have to, but you can if you want. That's the way we see it. So until we see you next time, what the hell am I going to play out with? I've got to play out with something. But I can't think what.
We could all sing, I suppose.
What shall we sing?
We'll meet again.
I don't know where. No. I played in Vera Lynn's band, you know.
Did you?
Yeah, she got a little bit upset when I put a reggae beat to We'll Meet Again. Just imagine it in your head.
Oh,
So, from all of us here at Vapor Trails TV, we hope the rest of your Sunday night is as happy as you want it to be, and the rest of your week is even happier. And we'll catch you in various different programmes all the way through the week. Until we see you then, take care and vape hard! See you night, people.
Nighty night.
Night. I'm sure I've got something to play out with. Oh, I'll play that one. Bye.